IRS Form 1040V, which is the payment voucher that you may file with your income tax return along with your check or money order. So in today's world, the vast majority of taxpayers both file and pay their taxes electronically. However, for taxpayers who still insist on checks and money orders, you can complete your tax return electronically and then send a payment to the IRS in the form of a check or money order. If you do this, you need to do a couple of things. First, complete file 1040 IRS Form 1040V, which is the payment voucher, and you will also need to follow specific guidance with regards to making out your check and things like that. So let's go ahead and just start on behalf of our hero, John Smith. We'll start with his social security number, and then we'll start with Mary's social security number, Mary, his wife. In block 3, you'll notice that the amount that you're paying by check or money order, so this should reflect what you're putting on the check or money order. You should also make it payable to United States Treasury. So the IRS falls under the Department of Treasury, so you're going to make your check or money order payable to the United States Treasury. So let's just say that we're paying $1,000. It doesn't really matter, although for most taxpayers it doesn't really matter. For some taxpayers it might matter. We'll get into some of the nuances of tax payments in just a second. So let's complete the rest of this form. So if this was a foreign country, you would enter the foreign country name, state, and postal code there. We're going to go up a little bit, so there are a couple of things you should be aware of. If you're paying by check, no checks more than $100 million will be accepted. There are also other means of being able to pay your tax bill, but what I want to outline is in this form instruction also contains the mailing address based on where you live. So depending on which state you file your tax return through where you live, you'll be sending your payment to either the IRS Charlotte office, Louisville, Kentucky, or Cincinnati office. So when you're completing this form, make sure you address it to the correct office that's processing your tax return. Also, one of the reasons why people tend to shy away from payment vouchers is because you do have to put your taxpayer ID number, your social security number, or and that's considered personal information. So if you don't want to do that, you can go to IRS Direct Pay to pay your taxes from a checking or savings account at zero cost. You can use a debit or a credit card, in which case you would go to one of 3 IRS approved websites that will then charge a processing fee depending on the type of card, but it allows a much wider variety of payments. You can also use the Treasury Department's electronic funds transfer processing system. The electronic federal tax payment system, EFTPS, and you can go to that's administered by the Department of Treasury. Either that or the IRS Direct Pay allow a significant amount of money to be paid. You can schedule your payments in advance. EFTPS does offer customer service representation, so you can get on the phone with someone for technical assistance if you need to, whereas IRS Direct Pay does not. However, IRS Direct Pay also allows you to simply verify your identity, make your payment, you get a confirmation, you keep that in your tax records. EFTPS, you have to actually establish an account so that you can then log in as a user to make your payment. And finally, you can also make your payments in cash. There's an avenue which the IRS will allow you to make cash payments. You can either set up an appointment at one of the IRS's taxpayer assistance centers, or you can go through one of the authorized processors and follow the process, which basically means you enter the tax payment that you want to make. You'll print off a voucher. You'll go to one of quite a few different participating retailers, for example, Walmart's and Dollar Trees, I believe. You can take a voucher to that. You can make your cash payment, and then they will remit that through the payment processor on your behalf. So there is a processing fee for that entire process, but for taxpayers who don't have access to checking or debit accounts, that is an option. So that's all we have for this very brief form. However, we've written about this in extensive detail on our website to include all the different means of paying your taxes. So if you want more information, please check out our article. Simply go to teachmepersonalfinance.com, type in IRS Form 1040-V in the search bar, and our article should appear. If you like our articles, please subscribe to our newsletter. If you like our videos, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. And as always, if you have any questions or comments, please post them in the comment section. Thank you very much and have a great day.